All right. Beginning probably today, maybe really probably Sunday or Saturday, I will be doing daily update for the S&P 500, the SPX. And this daily update for the S&P 500 will probably begin late morning or so, or what have you. And that'll be posted mostly as a video update with probably a summary. And then from there, that'll basically take a replacement of the daily Bitcoin morning updates. So today it's a little bit later, but I wanted to post a S&P 500 update that's been asked for on an update perspective, and people wanted to see if there can be some analysis that I can provide from a common point of view, also to see if we can augment their due diligence as well. So here goes. This is a daily chart for S&P 500, and the first thing I usually do, and I should recommend to you also, is to look for patterns. So if I draw some lines across the tops, I can connect these bottoms as well. And most likely we are looking at a symmetrical triangle event. I've also said that usually when you see a triangle, whether it's a symmetrical triangle or a downward wedge or upward wedge, usually, or actually almost always, is wave 2 or wave 4. It's one of those waves. So do you think this is a wave 2 or wave 4 for this pattern? Well, let's finish the pattern first. I would label this as an A, B, C, D, and E. Of course, the degree of trend has to be changed. And let's show the lines. Actually, no. So we have just about every wave filled in except for the E wave. Now, just because this pattern is a symmetrical triangle, doesn't have to have A, B, C, D, E exactly like that. No. You have to give consideration, be aware of the D wave breakouts. That is, there is a potential for that. But I think it's more going to be an E wave breakout like this. So we may see another decline towards the 2500 or 2600 zone, and that would complete the E wave requirement. Condition for that is that the lower trend line, the blue lower trend line, has to not be decisively breached to the downside. That'll give a very different story. Then we've got a 1-2-1-2 event potentially. But I don't think so. I believe this, if you count this, it'll probably go something like this. 1 here, ABC, 2, probably a bit of an expanded flat. 3 is here. Remember when I said that triangle is usually wave 4? Well, 4 will go exactly right here. And we've got one more higher high to go. And this one more higher high could be so that it hits all-time new highs. Is it possible for the S&P 500 to be rising higher, but a lot of the components of the S&P 500 stocks actually decline? Yes. And those are the earliest indications of a topping event. What kind of a topping event will we have here? It'll be a wave 5 topping event. Now, I don't think this is a top of the top of the top, but I think from here, we may see or get a bit of a recessionary event. I have been saying in many of the equity postings that I said that there are early signs of a potential economic slump or slowdown, call it what you want, recession, that may be approaching in the horizon. And it may be so that once this wave 5 is complete, a sizable, significant correction will ensue after that. So that is something to keep in mind. Now, could this be wave 5? Potentially, yes. There's a way to label where the 3 is as wave 5, and we will have that. But given the pattern, preponderance of the pattern lines, I think this is a wave 4 that is taking place, and 5 is yet to come. All right, I hope you found this to be helpful. Have a wonderful day.